Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's episode of DeFi Talk. So today the question is, in The Great Gatsby, do I think Gatsby really loved Daisy? Now, I haven't given this question any pre-thought, but when I come up with this question in my head, it just immediately got so interesting. The reason is I am such a big fan on The Great Gatsby, including the novel, the movie about made by Leonardo DiCaprio. So that's something I've been watching for, I think, in total over 10 times, and it really there must be something it capture my interest. So let's dive into the question immediately. Do I think Jay Gatsby in The Great Gatsby really loved Daisy? I feel like immediately there's two ways to look at this. I feel like Jay Gatsby really loved Daisy if we are talking about whether his love is honest. I think his love is completely honest, not only to anyone else, but also to himself. However, if we are talking about another level of things, if we are talking about does Jay Gatsby really loved Daisy in a sort of more justified or more meaningful or more actual way, I feel like the answer is questionable. But yeah, let's dive into the first aspect. So I feel like Jay Gatsby really loved Daisy if by real you mean honest, because no matter in the normal in the movie, Jay Gatsby has pretty much devoted everything he can give away just to prove or just to express his love to Daisy, not only to impress Daisy but also to committed it to himself. In fact, I feel like his love is so high that it become a part of himself intrinsically. What does that mean? Like, for example, I remember Gatsby host various parties every night or every other night, inviting all the celebrities, all the famous, powerful people in the New York, just to hope Daisy would come across her river and join the party, and just for him to see her eyes again. This is unquestionable devotion. This is unquestionable expression of love, and this his honesty of love is also further proved by when he's really meet up with Daisy. Like, he's trembling, he's so nervous, even though he's so rich and young, but he's so nervous about seeing Daisy. When he saw her again, it just like the first time they met. It's so passionate, so nervous, and after a while they just get so happy, genuinely about each other. So in that way, I feel like Gatsby really loved Daisy. Gatsby is speaking the absolute truth when he say, "I love you, Daisy." This is honest. It's so honest to Daisy. It's so honest to himself. However, I feel like in another way, when I watch the film again and again, I always question: does this love? Is this a sort of, I don't know how to say, justified or authentic love? Like, in the way that I feel like in a way Gatsby loved Daisy, but deeper down, he loved Daisy because he sort of made Daisy connected with a vision of the better world, with a vision of a better life, with a vision of better dream. So in a way, when Gatsby talk about Daisy, it's not really or not just the Daisy as a person, but it is way more than that. Daisy become a sort of figure of all the good things combined together in the world to Gatsby. How do I know this? Because I feel like after Gatsby meet Daisy again when he become rich in the liquid business, I remember they have such a good time together, but obviously Daisy is hesitant about really leaving her old money, Tom Buchanan, and go away with Gatsby. And after knowing that, Gatsby became a bit obsessed with going away, not going away with Daisy, but getting Daisy out of Buchanan and marry him. And he so obsessively want Daisy to admit that she never loved Buchanan and only have loved him. Why would someone have so strict and complete obsession about someone's love? I feel like the physical aspect of love is just not enough to explain that level of obsession. I feel like in that way, and I feel like this is something the writer Fitzgerald are trying to convey as well. Gatsby have already portrayed Daisy as a American dream, as a sign of beauty, a sign of a good world, a sign of a brighter future. So in that way, I feel like if I couldn't really say, okay, Daisy really love Daisy, because if we are talking about Daisy as a living human being, honestly, as a really human being, Daisy has her merit. He's passionate, he's pretty, he's probably kind, he's probably not cruel, but on the other hand, he's incredibly selfish. She's incredibly selfish. She's incredibly scared about leaving the fortress built by money and fame. So in that way, Daisy is way worse than the fictional Daisy in Gatsby's heart. So in that aspect, I feel like Gatsby never really loved Daisy. But still, after answering this question, I still want to say that The Great Gatsby is one of my personal favorite content, no matter in terms of novel or in terms of film, because in a way, I feel like everyone may be related to Gatsby, in a certain extent. Like we are all born in this world, and we're lucky enough to be born, but not all of us get to be born in a very good family or a good surroundings like Tom Buchanan. In fact, most of us are not born in the surroundings condition, we do not have the conditions of Tom Buchanan, but we still want something good. We still want something better to ourselves. Like, at least for young people, I feel like at least at the start of our life, we always imagine some of us even convinced there are always a brighter future ahead. And if some of us are bolder, we might even convinced that if we work hard, a brighter future are definitely going to be closer and closer to us. So I feel like in that way, I really relate to Gatsby, and in fact, the death of Gatsby and the death of the vision of Gatsby, which is to get Daisy to really love him. I feel like the crash of those visions and the crash of Gatsby's life also make us really sort of become passionate with this character. We almost see a part of us died with the death of Gatsby. I feel like that's something that's really touching to me. And yeah, to end this episode, I feel like I really want to recite one of my favorite paragraph in the Great Gatsby novel. It was the last bit. After Gatsby's death, New York was haunted for me. My once golden, shimmering mirage now made me sick. On my last night in New York, I returned to Gatsby's place. No one was coming. Wolfsham's associates has cleaned it out. Gatsby bleed in the green light. The all-drastic future that year by year recedes before us. It eluded us then, but that's no matter. Tomorrow, we'll run faster, stretch out our arms further, and then, one fine morning. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. Okay, on that note, thank you so much for watching. If you have any opinions or comments about The Great Gatsby, if you like or dislike this novel, this movie, please comment below and let me know. Also, if you want to hear me talk about any questions you just wouldn't normally hear in life, please comment in the section below. Because your question might be the topic of next episode. Okay, thanks for watching DFA Talk. I'll see you next episode.